YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be putting the, technically, if it was a 10-point cage, it would be a harness bar, but because I'm building the 25, 5, or 3, it's just going to be the crossbar in between the main hoop, which will be this right here. So it'll be, so like I was saying, it'll be the number 15 bar that goes across the main hoop that I'm going to be building at this time. Instead of using 1.5 inches, I'm going to use 1 5/8 inches because I already have that. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to build this. And then the rest of the bars on the inside, even going down to the 2A bars, will be the 1.5 inches 0.65. Do this number 15 bar, and then that'll be it for today. This is how I'm thinking about running my down bar. So I'm going to have a bar that connects here, goes to the back of the main hoop first, and then I'll have a bar that comes from the top of there, bends and come to that point right there. And I'll run another part that comes from there and comes over to where the right there. So it'll come from here and go that way, and then that'll come from the top and go to the top of that, so that it's fully braced. So like I said, we're going to start working on the number 15 bar. I need to put a 90-degree notch in it and put it back up against the main hoop, test it out, and then I'll know where I need to cut it, and then we'll go from there. I was saying we're going to notch this here on the edge to 90 degrees. As you see, I don't have much, so I'm just going to go from the tip of it, notch it, and then I'll use my die grinder to pretty much dial it in. But we have it at 90 degrees right here, all the way across. That notch is already done, so let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, YouTube, I must say these things right here are very helpful when you're one person. Like you seen in the last clip, I was using that to hold up the bar. So I'm using it also to hold up this bar so that I can get it to 90 degrees. You guys see there? Oh, let it focus. So I have it at 0. And then right here, we have the point where we're going to do the notch up over it. So that's how far I'm going to go. So I made sure that was 90 so that that notch will be at the same point, so I could just slide it in there. And like I said, I'll use my Dremel here on the end, clean it up, because it's going to be a little bit too wide for the main hoop, but I'll get it to work. All right, YouTube, so we have it in there. It's in there very tight, so I'm using my level so I can get it to the level I need it to be. All right, YouTube, so as you see, we have it leveled in there. So now we're just gonna clean up the areas. I need to mark around the tube so I know where to drill a hole, and that'll be it. We'll go ahead and get that tacked in. Actually, we'll go ahead and weld that completely out because that's not gonna move. I just wanted to make sure it was level. And as you see, we have it level. It's a tad bit to the other side. I probably could just knock it down. All right, YouTube, so knock it down a little bit. And now it's completely even. So we're gonna go ahead and mark around the tubes where they are so that I can drill a hole in the middle to allow it to exhaust. And then we'll go from there. I'm gonna show you guys how I clean up my tubes. I use a belt sander pretty much on a die grinder. It's like an attachment and it gets it clean. This is a 240 grit sandpaper. All right, YouTube, so as you see here, nice and clean. We just need to wipe it down with acetone. All right, YouTube, we're also going to use that belt sander on the main hoop. All right, YouTube, as you can see, it makes quick work of it. The only thing I need to do next is get some acetone and wipe it down and then put the bar back in there. As you see here, the bar is nice and clean on both ends. So we're just gonna get some acetone and we're gonna go ahead and wipe it down. All right, YouTube. So we have that in there. I know I said that I was going to go ahead and weld it out fully. I'm actually not going to do that because we also have to get the number 18 bars to match up there and go up to here. So I'd rather go ahead and just be able to move this in and out when I do that. So I'm actually probably going to just go ahead and leave it like that. Be done with it. Do not weld it at all until I can get those bars. I can measure for what they're going to be. I'm pretty sure I have enough bar to go ahead and make them today. We will have to see how much do I need to make these. I'm pretty sure it's more than 24 inches. Oh, actually, no, it's less than 24 inches. So I'm gonna need about 22 inches to make these. So we'll probably have to buy a 5-foot stick in order to get that done. But like I said, it's in there. All right, YouTube, as you can see, we went ahead and put the seat back in. We have the number 15 bar there. The seat is in. We're just gonna have to start making the bars that is part of the funny hoop section. So when we're done making those bars, we're gonna weld them bars in and the 15 bar all together, and then we'll just be making the bars for the funny car cage to come up. And you can see the light gap in between the bars. The reason why I got it kind of that low, I'm gonna go up with it to match the main hoop in the middle, and it's gonna come around and go back. So I'm gonna have the top of the funny car bars to be in line with this and then come back down. And then as we go on, we'll be putting gussets and things like that. Like I said, you guys will see that soon. I did remove the back glass, as you can see. Actually, removing the back glass didn't go so well. As you can see over there, we have some glass there. So what ended up happening is I was removing it and I was pulling on one side using a little prying tool. I wasn't prying it that hard, but I pretty much, the last time I put the glass in, I guess I did a real good job to the point it just shattered the glass. So we're gonna have to get a new back glass, but that's gonna be when I'm done with all this crazy stuff. Again, I might still cut those. I'm still trying to debate because it'll be those connected to it, this is connected to it, and then the down bars that come down is gonna have a stub that comes over and meet where the other bars are gonna go back to the main hoop. So I might just get rid of the middle piece and that be it.